Hi everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. I've not said Happy New Year to already. I hope you've had a great festive break and recharged your batteries and done all the necessary things that we could do within the restrictions and everything else that we're in at the moment. So thank you so much for joining us. With this webinar, I'm looking to give a little bit of an update on Touriosity, basically where we're at, where we're going, and what we're looking to do going forward. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and just start running through a few things with you. So bear with me. Okay, so Touriosity in 2021. So with this video workshop webinar, we're going to be covering what Touriosity is. So for those who are watching this who do not know or understand what Touriosity is, I shall do a quick run through of that. We're going to give you an idea of the progress so far, so you can to tell you what we've been doing for the last few months and where we're going to go after that as well. So that will follow on to the strategy overview for 2021, give you an indication of what we're going to do going forward, and our onboarding plan for 2021. So if anyone, at the end of this whole sort of webinar, I will be opening up to questions. If you're on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, you can post up questions. I will answer them live. If you're on Travel Massive, post them up onto the live chat on there, and I will get to your questions that you may have. So for those who do not know who Touriosity is, we are in essence an online travel agent, an OTA, but I do use that term very loosely. We are a platform that is being created to support direct bookings for tour operators. And what I mean by direct bookings is that all information, when a customer or a consumer books on Touriosity, all the information from that customer goes direct to you. The booking goes direct to you. All the revenue goes direct to you. Though we are an OTA with a difference, we are a commission-free OTA. So 100% of the booking goes to the operator or the experience provider, whatever you wish to call it. So we take no revenue from the bookings that are made on the website or the inquiries that are made on the website. So there is two options. You can have your own booking widgets if you're using, like, say, Fairharbour, Resday, Checkfront, whole load of bunch of others. If you're using any of them and they have a web widget option, we can embed that into your listings. If not, and you're more inquiry based, we can create an inquiry form that goes direct to you as well. We are able to upload virtual tours, day tours, multi-day tours, pretty much any type of activity you can possibly think of. We are a non-profit. And what we mean by that is all the revenue that is generated from the yearly fees that the operators pay, every single piece of that goes directly into maintaining the platform and marketing the platform. We make no money from it whatsoever. If anyone knows what I've been trying to do in this industry for a while, I'm all about trying to educate the tour operators, educate the industry and the sector in terms of how to market their business and gain those direct bookings. And I feel it's only right that all the revenue generated is used to promote this platform and hopefully get those operators that are on the platform, bookings and revenue and all the other things as well. And we take no money from that. No, the yearly fee is only $250 a year. That will allow you to have up to 5 tours per destination. So if you are a day tour or a virtual tour, you can have up to 5 tours in a city. If you are a multi-day tour company, you can have up to 5 tours in a country, region, or state, for example. So we're only charging $250 a year, and that is it. So that's the only fee that you pay, and everything else, if you're getting bookings for the website, goes direct to you. And again, you get all the customer details, which a lot of the other OTAs hold back, and they don't actually provide them to you. So you'll have all that for future marketing as well. Now, we see this as an 18 to 24 month project. And what I mean by that, and I've been very upfront with everyone from the very start of this, is that we are going to give this everything that we can for 2 years. All going well, we will hopefully have a successful platform that's generating leads and bookings and revenue for the operators that are on that. We know we have an uphill battle against your TripAdvisors, your guides who have massive war chests of cash and investment and everything else. No, we don't have any investment. We're not looking for any investment. We are self-funded by the money that the operators pay us. And we want to keep it that way because it means that we don't have to start going down the route of what the other OTAs have and just always chasing for the extra bit of cash to appease their shareholders and their investors, etc., to try and make that money back. So we've seen this for 2 years. Going to give everything we can to market the platform, generate those bookings, and if it works, we will obviously continue that and keep pushing the platform forward. And if it doesn't work, I've always said, like I've always been upfront, at least we've tried something, we've tried to do something different in the industry, but time will tell if this will work. But I'm hopeful that it will, but you just never know. But we're giving it a good 24 months, and then we're going to sort of see where we are at that point. But if you want more information on what we're about, visit that webpage, touriosity.travel/join-Touriosity. You'll get more information on who we are, what we're trying to do, and more information in terms of what you get for the fee that you pay per year. So I want to discuss a little bit about the progress so far. I think it's only right to give you an idea of what we've been doing since before we launched and since we've launched as well. So we announced this back round about March 2020. When COVID hit, I had the pleasure of speaking. I opened up my diary and spoke to about 80 or so operators, giving an hour of my time, offering advice and tried to help them through what I saw going forward. And what really became clear at that point is a lot of operators were struggling because of the OTAs taking up a large chunk of their sales. And that's why I decided to start Touriosity, to try and change something in the industry, or at least give an alternative out there that may or may work for a lot of operators. No, we opened up the registration around April, and it was all word of mouth. There was no marketing we did for this. And within 48 hours, we had 700 operators registered their interest in wanting to be on the platform. And that was just through the Facebook groups that I am on, through word of mouth, etc. And it was a great achievement, within 40 hours to get that many people interested. And it just showed there was an appetite for something that little bit different. Onboarding, once operators paid, around 280 operators paid out of that 700 back in July, and they became our founding members. But we actually have about 300 paid listings because some operators have paid for multiple listings, which you can do. In fact, one operator paid for 11 listings, so it just shows you that you can do that. And that allowed us to be able to launch the platform. We were looking for around 300 listings, if we got, which is about half of what the registrations were. And if we got that, we thought, okay, we've got something here, and we did. We pretty much achieved that. So that's when we onboarded everyone. We copied, me and my colleague Nicola, who I'll mention later on, we copy and pasted the content onto the website, embedded the widgets, did all that manually. We don't have any API connections. No, we're doing this in a bootstrap sort of way, where we want to make sure all the funds that we are generating from the operators is all going towards marketing. So we're using a WordPress theme for the website. We've manually copy and pasted all the content across, the images, optimized them all, done all that manually, and added that to the website. And we'll continue to do that until we can prove that this platform works. Further down the line, if we feel that it's working and everyone is happy with how it's going, we'll then maybe look at more API connections and do things more that way as well. But in the meantime, we just want to make sure we can prove that this concept will work. And on top of that, we had about 10 chapters join us as well, which was incredible. So in terms of the partners, we've had my own agency, tourism marketing agency, put a lot of time and effort into this. Our first one was Checkfront, who came on board, Touriosity, Resday, Orioli, Ticketing Hub, Rentrax, Werewolf, Stella, Redeem, they all came on board because they saw what we were trying to do and saw that we're trying to do something different from the operators. And what they're going to be doing, no, you don't need to be on any of these platforms to be on Touriosity. If you're on a different booking reservation system, you can certainly be on Touriosity. But what these guys are doing is they're going to support the community. If those who are looking for booking platforms, those guys will be there to help you. They're also hopefully going to be producing some articles and help guides and webinars for all the members on Touriosity in the coming months, and those will be there to serve you guys and hopefully help you all out in the long run. And that's what this platform is for. Although we're an OTA, and I say that very loosely, it's more of a marketing consortium where everyone, the more operators we have on board, the bigger the marketing pot, the more we can push the platform forward. These guys are here to help support that. They pay towards Touriosity. No, they don't need to do that. They pay towards Touriosity to allow them to be partners every month, and that they are supporting us and supporting you guys with trying to get this off the ground. So I can't thank them enough. I'm so proud of what we've managed to do in such a short period of time. And the partners have been our lifebloods, allowed us to do certain things that we wouldn't have been able to do in the first place. So yeah, we had the 10 partners join us and support Touriosity and its members. And then we launched around 15th of November 2020. So we initially did a soft launch and then a fuller launch. The soft launch was more to make sure the bugs and things like that were not in place. And then we did a proper launch after that. Then we launched around about December our support platform. So this just offers some FAQ, some guidance, and it's a way if our operators want to send us a support request, change something, then they can email us through that. Just allows Nicola, who does a lot of our support, allows to manage that a lot easier as well. But we've not just been doing that, we've been hard with other things as well. We have been pushing the platform out to get a lot of PR. So FocusWire recently just did an amazing job on an article for us, showing what we're all about, what we're trying to do, etc. And to be on FocusWire, which is such a big platform for the industry, was incredible. We've had some ads, press ads, and some publications as well, and it's all about driving knowledge to travellers about how we're going to help local businesses, which, in my opinion, and from what we're seeing with some trends, is such a big aspect of what's happening just now because of COVID, because of, let's face it, it's not been great over the last 10, 11 months, and trying to push that to travellers to say, hey, look, okay, yes, you can book through your TripAdvisors and these type of companies as well, but if you book through us, you're directly helping those local businesses, and all the revenues going towards them, and you're not giving 20 to 40% commission to these guys as well. So we're going to see how that goes in terms of press ads. And we've been on a few podcasts, and Tourpreneur, I've recorded one with us, which they'll be launching hopefully soon. And we've been asked to do a few others. So we'll be doing a bunch of PR, we'll be doing a bunch of other things. And the word is starting to spread, which has been great within the industry, as well as in terms of potential travellers. And we also produced a video, and the video has been getting some really great responses. Getting a lot of good comments on social media. It's actually helping drive some of the Facebook ads that we're doing, which is a predominant platform we're using to promote the platform and destinations, various other things. And it's worked really well for us. And we'll start. We'll produce new videos, but we're still at the very early stages. But this video has actually worked very, very well for us. So for those who haven't seen it, I am going to play that now, so you can have an idea of the video that we've produced for Touriosity.
Imagine a world where you could not travel. A world where you could not experience a destination, a culture, or its people. Imagine a world without the life-changing moments we experience when we visit new places. In this post-COVID world, the travel industry is not just suffering, it is on its knees praying for things to get better. And they will get better. People are simply too curious about the world and want to explore new places and meet new people. Touriosity has been created to help small local tourism businesses survive and grow in a post-COVID world. When you book a tour or activity through an online travel agent like TripAdvisor and Booking.com, you're giving 20% of the fee to the big travel agent instead of the businesses who provide you with the amazing experiences that make travel so special. With Touriosity, 100% of the booking goes straight to the local tour or activity provider. So when you're ready for your next adventure, visit Touriosity.travel and keep the experience alive.
So yeah, like I say, that video has been really good for us. I had a lot of good feedback, and it's doing really well with the ads, which I'll show you in a second. And yeah, it's been great. So I want to give you an idea of just an overview of what we're looking at doing in terms of the strategy going forward. I'm not going to go into huge detail, but just to really give you an overall sense of what we're trying to achieve. So for the rest of this year initially, big part of what we're trying to do for at least the next 6 months, brand awareness will never really stop. But for the next 6 months, that's where most of the focus is going to be on in terms of the ads that they're doing and the focus getting out there and in front of potential travelers. So it's just raising the awareness of Touriosity, what we're all about, what we're trying to achieve, and obviously let people know about the amazing experiences that are on the platform there as well. Now, we're saying 6 months here because I strongly feel that with everything that's going on just now in the world with COVID, we're still going through some lockdowns in various cities across Europe and beyond. And until the vaccines really take hold, I'm planning that between sort of May, June, July is when international travel to a certain extent will open back up again. And all going well. No one has a crystal ball, but that's what we're planning for. So the brand awareness is going to be for those 6 months. Everyone, every potential traveler, you, me, everyone who just wishes that can travel and get out, are all longing to do so. The demand is certainly there, and through my own marketing agency, we have seen that the demand is there. Just that people can't just travel at this moment in time. But as soon as those doors open, people will. So it's all about raising that awareness. Your potential customers are going through a dreaming phase at the moment, and the dreaming phase, unfortunately, is going to last about 18 months. So if you go from the previous 11 months up until the middle of this year, there's been a long dreaming phase. So it's trying to capture them in at that moment through the ads, through some content we'll eventually create, and do all these other things that we want to do. And it's all about raising the awareness of the platform. So that's what we're focusing on just now. And then after that, or sort of halfway into or the start of Q2 onwards, we'll be doing a more focus on activities and destinations. So still generating the brand awareness, but then starting to do more ads about activities and more about the destinations. So it'll be, promoting outdoor activities and things that people can do now, and that type of thing. Bringing people back to cities, highlighting them or countries or whatever. So we're going to start doing more ads based on that. So more of a focus at the start, as I say, on brand awareness, leading into more activity and destination focused marketing, and just highlighting what the amazing experiences that are on offer on the platform, and for what you guys and the founding members have given us to promote. So that's the top part is more of the consumer side. There's obviously a lot more detail that I could go into. This is not the webinar for this. We will be releasing more and more details as we go along the various months. So again, brand awareness, activity focused, destination focused, and what you guys offer will be the focus for the year. Now, in terms of attracting more operators, which is going to be the lifeblood of Touriosity, the more operators we have on board, the more products we have on the platform, the more revenue is generated to then market everyone who's on the platform as well. So obviously we're going to continue onboarding every quarter. So we're doing, which we'll come on to some details in a minute, onboarding for this quarter. And then by the start of April, we'll do another onboarding and keep doing that every quarter. So we'll always be opening up for registrations, bringing people on board, migrating content, and then start that process again. And obviously operator awareness, although again we've got that in there for 6 months, it's not really going to stop, but a big focus on the next 6 months as well about getting more operators onto the platform, because like I say, that is, you guys, the operators that are on there are the lifeblood of the platform. Without them, there would be no platform. So the more we can get on there, the better it would be for everyone. So just a very brief overview, highlight the strategy of what we're trying to do and where we're going to go. Like I say, over the next coming months, we'll be releasing more details in terms of what that will entail. But just to give you an idea of what we're looking at doing. No, we've got some Facebook ads up just now. Some with the videos, some with images. Again, to raise that brand awareness, lead people to the website. Some of them are leading to a specific page on the website to highlight what Touriosity is about, why we're trying to do this and help local businesses. Some other ads are going to other pages. But we're actually finding that a lot of people are really taking notes and really interacting well with the ads that are taking people about supporting local businesses and why we are different from everyone else, which is encouraging to see. And it's really highlighting that potential travelers, the consumers out there, mindsets are also changing slightly in terms of they're wanting to, they know what's going on in the world. They know how hard it is for businesses at this moment in time. They will, a good majority of them will want to help those businesses survive and while getting a great experience at the same time. So the ads that have been more focused on that have actually been doing very well for us. Now, in a very short space of time, like I say, we've only been really advertising sort of from November through part of December into now. So, we're literally just over a month worth of marketing in terms of ads and things like that. We're doing other things in the background, but in terms of Facebook ads, just over a month of marketing. And we've already, those ads have already been seen by over 250,000 people, potential travelers from across the world. And we're already seeing that we're getting close to 4,000 visits per month from these ads and through the other methods that we're using as well. So about 4,000 people per month are visiting the website. And yes, we're not expecting, with COVID, we're not expecting bookings or lots of bookings just now or inquiries, but at least what we're doing is letting people know about the platform, letting people know that we're here, we're something different. And then when things do improve, they'll hopefully remember us and come back. So those who have visited the website further down the line, we can attract or set up ads targeting those people who did visit our website with those activity ads and with those destination ads to try and attract them across. So it's taking a few steps. If anyone follows any of the Facebook workshops that I do and what I call a Facebook funnel, and again, I hate that word funnel, but it's the best word I can use. Following that Facebook funnel of getting people on the website, then attracting them later with some really good information and videos and activity-based ads, etc., and bringing them back and hopefully making a booking at that point. That is what we're aiming towards, just following the same process as we do for a lot of our own customers at Tourism Marketing Agency. So yeah, we're on course to being seen by about 4,000 people per month. Though we're obviously targeting frequent travellers. We're targeting at the moment English-speaking countries to come to various destinations because the website is in English, or for those destinations who have a strong English sort of. If you look at something like Denmark or wherever, a lot of these different sort of places who are great at speaking English, or targeting places like that as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to accumulate all the information that we are generating through these different ads and through the different methods and the marketing methods that we're doing. And we're going to create a full report. So we'll create a full report on who's on the platform, in terms of destinations, the types of activities, all that as well as who's been visiting the website, what countries have they been coming from, what age groups are being attracted to the website. We're actually going to provide that information to all our founding members as well, and all the members who do come on board to Touriosity. So all that will be provided. We're going to do a full report. We'll actually put this out there as well in terms of making it public so people can see where Touriosity is and where we're going to go as well. So that full report will be coming as well. Once we've got a few months more data in the bank, we can have something a bit more accurate that we can put out there. And I just wanted to highlight a little bit about the fee distribution. So again, we are non-profit, it's commission free. But again, some people have asked the question, okay, where is this money going? So I thought I'd just give you a brief breakdown of where that money is going to. So obviously it's helping to maintain the platform, the website platform and the hosting. It's keeping various plugins that we've had to buy or purchase, keeping the website up to date, buying the hosting and making sure all that's with content delivery systems, which are CDNs like Cloudflare, all these other things as well, making sure that website is running fast and being optimized. And there's still things we can improve on there, we know that, but that's going to happen through time. And we're just going to keep going at it, keep improving it, and making sure we're going to refine it. But all that, unfortunately, there's cost to that. So maintaining the platform and hosting is covered within the fees that the operators pay. Now, we have our support desk by Nicola, who's within a month, when we went live, basically single-handedly, it's covered over 100 requests within a month. Touriosity is a small team. We're not the same. We don't have hundreds of people like your TripAdvisors and Get Your Guides of this world. No, there is literally 2 people, myself and Nicola. And Nicola has been an absolute gem, to be honest. Nicola has been going through all the support. Yes, we're not the fastest at support. We know that, and that will improve through time. But we know she's been handling all that, making sure that things get changed, doing all these things that we can do to try and make sure that we have enough budget to market the platform. And that's why we're not spending a lot on various things and stuff like that. So, Nicola, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for your help so far. I know it's been incredible. So, thank you so much. The ad budget as well at the moment. We're spending close to £2,000 a month on ads. So this is for Facebook ads. We're doing some testing first. We're not quite at the £2,000 a month mark yet. So we're doing some testing, making sure that what ads work, and then we're increasing some budget, decreasing in others, doing some new ads. So for this next few months, there will be a bit of test and measure, but we'll be looking to at least spend around £2,000 a month upwards once we start hitting the ground running through the various things that we're looking to achieve. We're going to be creating things like travel guides, inspirational pieces for the website. Although the website doesn't have one at the moment, it does actually have in the background a blog which you can't access yet. We're going to be adding destination guides, inspirational pieces to drive more traffic, and ads will be directed to them to drive more traffic to landing pages, to then highlight a particular activity type or destination or whatever that would be. So we'll be writing all of that side of things as well. So there's all the content that needs to be created for that. We will then be looking at things like social media and starting to manage that side of things, keeping the communities there, attracting customers, that type of thing. So again, because we are a small team, we're looking at the things that we feel we can get quick wins first and build upon that and start looking at each other aspect from there. PR is obviously going to be a big part of this as well, just to let people know about the platform, get into as many press as possible in terms of a consumer side as well as an operator side to inform everyone. So a lot more PR. We've seen that with the Focus Wire efforts for the operator side of things, the business side, but we're hoping to get more PR in terms of the consumer side, so we'll be working on that as well. SEO, for sure. One of the things that we've said from the very start is that when we copy across operators tours, eventually we've got 1,200 tours on there, so it will take time, so you need to bear with us, but we will eventually go through each one of those tours, optimize it, maybe even rewrite some of the tours as well, just to make it more optimized and make sure that duplicate content is not there. So we will be going through every single piece of the content that's on the website, optimizing it all as well, which is a big job. So that is something we'll be looking at as well. And then just general bits of software that we have to buy to monitor things, do other things as well, and keep the platform running and make sure we can do all the support things and everything else. So the fees that the guys have paid, the operators that have paid, goes to help pay for all of these. Like I say, there's no profit, and in fact, I can honestly say my own marketing agency, TMA, Tourism Marketing Agency, are putting money into this as well, over and above what the operators have paid, because we believe in the platform. We believe that we can push this forward, and that's also the money being paid by our other partners as well. All helps towards this, helps towards ad budgets, helps towards maintaining, helps towards the support. So every piece of money we're diligently looking at, trying to get the best out of the platform without spending loads on the website and everything else. That's why we're bootstrapping everything, like I say, making sure that we spend the money in the right places to market the platform. And once we prove that it can work, that is when we'll start doing the other things we would like to do, but not quite at this moment in time. So onboarding, I briefly mentioned this in terms of where we're at and what we'd like to do. So onboarding, again, you can register at touriosity.travel/join-Touriosity. And registration is open just now, but we will be closing registration for this next quarter on Sunday the 24th. So this Sunday, we are closing registration. Anyone after that will not get on to the platform in this quarter. On Monday the 25th, so after the Sunday, anyone who's registered, we will be sending a next steps email. This will tell you how we can take payments, and then you'll become a member of Touriosity, and then we'll send another email soon after that about how you can then provide the information that we need to then get you onto the platform as well. So that's going to be the next step, and that's going to happen from next week. So Sunday is the last day. At midnight on Sunday is the last time you can register, and it's midnight GMT is when the last time you can register. If not, if you can still register after that period, but then you'll be moved into the next quarter, which won't be until sort of April, May time. So if you want to be on there now, register before this Sunday. And we'll be looking to add all those who have registered and all those who pay. We'll be looking to add you guys onto the platform sort of hopefully by the end of February, sort of mid-March. So that's when we're looking to get everyone on board at that point. So that was really it. I just wanted to give you an idea of where we're at, what we're trying to do, a bit of an overview of the fee structure, where the money's going, what we're planning in terms of a very brief overview of the strategy going forward. Brand awareness is going to be a huge part of that going forward. And then we can start looking at more specific ads and activities and etc. as well. And so that's something we'll be looking at as well going forward. But I hope it just gives you a bit of an idea of where we're going, what we're trying to do, and hopefully try to change the mindset of some people in the industry. Just try to help the operators, which is this platform is all about, help operators find an alternative way to generate revenue, generate leads and sales for their companies, especially after these horrendous times that have all been going through. And like I say, we're doing everything that we can to make sure that this works. And if it doesn't work, we'll hold our hands up and say, look, we've tried. We know we've got a big job against the TripAdvisors and all these guys in the world, but we're going to give it everything we can within the constraints of the budgets that we have and everything else. And I still believe we can gain some traction, but time will tell. So if anyone has any questions, I can happily answer them now. Let me just see if... I'm just going to look at the Travel Massive website first in the comments to see if we have anything there. Look at people watching from Barbados. I wish I was in Barbados at this moment in time. I'm in Glasgow in Scotland, which is rather cold and wet at this moment in time. Even New Zealand, you guys have done amazingly well with the whole COVID situation. If I thought I could move my family to New Zealand, I most certainly would, to be honest. It's a place I've always loved to visit as well. Chris Wilson, one of our founding members from Typically Swiss Tours, is on there. Hi Chris, hope you're all well. Anna from Selected Tours Italy as well. Anna, great video, thank you. No, we believe so too. And for those who don't know, that video, literally, it's all using stock footage. All we really paid for was the voiceover, and it literally cost $60 to make that video, apart from our time to edit together. Again, we're looking at every way to save money and make sure we're using the money to the best possibility forward. Let me see if there's any questions. Debbie Clark, thank you. And Nicola, for hours of work, prioritizing, putting the money towards ads and brand awareness. I'm feeling hopeful about Touriosity. Thank you so much. That means a lot. We aren't getting auto confirmation emails on submitting support tickets. Maybe you want to check that. Yeah, in fact, that's a good question. So what should happen is when an email gets sent to us through that platform, you should get something in terms of just to sort of say, look, we've got the email, just to let you know. But if not, we'll look into that. Like I said, that we know the support platform isn't 100% yet. We're trying our best to get that up and running better than what it actually is. But we'll have a look at that to make sure that you at least get an email back to say we've got your request. Any other languages planned? Not at this moment in time. It's going to be in English only. Again, we want to make sure we can focus on a platform and make sure we can get this platform working and prove that it works before we start going down the route of adding multiple languages, etc. But it is something we'd love to do. But let's prove the platform first. Let's prove the concept to make sure it works first. Brian, hi Chris, just wondering if Touriosity has a similar review platform to the likes of TripAdvisor, or whether that's a priority. Also, do you recommend that we as a tour operator has a booking software from one of those you're partnering with? Is this sort of a necessity? Right, so in the last part, if you have your own booking platform already, you can, if it has the ability to add a website widget, like a book button or a calendar, we can most certainly use that. To most cases, there's a couple of platforms out there we can't use. It just doesn't seem to work. But for most instances, about 99% of them, we can be able to use that. If you don't have a booking platform and you want a booking platform, then yes, please speak to some of the guys and the partners that are on. They're there to help support everyone who's on that platform, all the founding members. I'm sure between one of the partners on there, you will find someone who will be suitable for your needs. So I would certainly urge you to get in touch with some of them. In terms of reviews, we actually pull in reviews from Google, Yelp, TripAdvisor, Facebook, etc. We use a widget that pulls in reviews from multiple places and adds that to the website. We can't pull in reviews for individual tours at this time, but what we're certainly doing is pulling in reviews from all the different platforms, or most platforms, into the widget. Which you have your own widget, which we embed into your listings, onto your landing pages on the website as well, so we can display all your reviews that you've already got from multiple different places. And that's what we're going to see going forward. Touriosity, in my mind, will never have its own review system. We don't see the point. If anything, I would always say build up reviews. Going from my marketing side of things, build up reviews on Google. It helps with your rankings. It helps with social proof. I would always build it up on that anyway. So we're just going to use Google if we were to do that going forward. And that would be the dream, is to have more Google reviews for all of our operators on there, less reliant on TripAdvisor, and then we could take off TripAdvisor reviews from the listings as well. Because basically we're sort of got them on the platform in terms of reviews, and we'd rather not have that. But we know a lot of operators out there and trust and use TripAdvisor for the reviews. So we have to embed them in there anyway. But no, Google reviews is where I would go for. Alan, can we update the pages ourselves, change text and add photos, or do we just send them to us? At this moment in time, you send them to us, and we don't see that changing anytime soon. The reason being is it will actually add on more pressure to our support. So it's actually easier for you guys to send the information to us and for us to update. No, the reason being is, and I've seen this happen quite often with other platforms and websites, is we can certainly give operators access to update their information, but then a lot of operators don't know how to optimize images, for example, and then they could upload images that are 10 megabytes or 5 megabytes, which can then slow down their pages, slow down the whole site, or even break a website entirely. So we'd rather not go down that route at this moment in time. If we found a better way of doing that, yes, you can educate operators in the best methods, but you'll always get something, and it also stops login details from the various operators, things getting hacked, all that type of thing, which we'd rather not go down that route as well, and that would just be a minefield. So it's actually easier for us to get the information and we update for you, and that's what Nicola basically does on a daily basis for a lot of our operators. Arnold, I became a founding member in August, but I'm wondering when I can expect to see one of my products listed. If you registered in August, you obviously missed the first part of the founding members. Again, we're doing the onboarding in terms of this quarter. So anyone who registered too late then are going to be onboarded this side of the year. Now, what I will say is we did have some people who did become founding members, who did register, but never supplied us tour details, or the tour details and etc. that they've given us has not been suitable for what we need. And Nicola has been in touch, and we're still yet to hear back from a small handful of operators. So we do have that side of it as well. But if you did register after the cutoff date of us putting tours live, those will be getting added in this quarter in terms of that. So look out for an email for that. Nabaraj, hopefully I pronounced that right. I have some trips on Magpie, and can I integrate these products into from Magpie? Not at this moment in time. Again, we manually copy and paste content and upload images, etc. Now, I have been speaking to Christian and the guys at Magpie. I know they are in talks with actually looking at creating a WordPress plugin that will allow us to pull in Magpie listings and information into the website. But we don't know where that is yet. Obviously, that will take time to test and everything else. So at this moment in time, no, but it is something that has been discussed. Let me just have... sorry, I'm just looking to see if we've got anything else there. As the project goes along, will you be sharing insights for operators to assist with product development? No, yeah, no, it's a good thing, a good question, Rachel. No, anything, like I say, at the end of March, sort of mid-April, we'll be putting out a report on the statistics of the website, who's visited, the stats, demographics where people have came from, all these different things we're actually going to supply to all the founding members on there. So that's something we're going to create, but we need enough data. We need at least 3 to 4 months worth of data before we can have something meaningful to give. But that's something we're certainly looking at doing as providing that. So that's all the questions I can see on Travel Massive. Let me look at some of the other platforms to sort of see what we have. So Mike, let me show this on screen. And because you've done this on Facebook, I can show this on screen. Thanks, Mike. Given COVID travel restrictions, is 2 years really going to be long enough to really know if it's going to work or not? It's a very good question, and it might not be. No, it really just depends on how long we all go through this crap, basically, is the best that we're all going through. No, I'm saying 24 months. If it means a little bit longer because we're in longer restrictions and everything else, it will obviously extend. We're not going to just suddenly say it after a year and a half worth of COVID, only do another 6 months and then stop at that point. That wouldn't be right, and it wouldn't be fair on everyone. And it's just not the way things work. So I'm saying 24 months. It could be 36 months. It just, as long as we see enough traction, as long as we see things working the way we feel it's going to work, then we'll obviously continue. And COVID will play a part in that for sure. Of course it would. Carol, you're so good at video, Chris. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Michelle, can't wait to get sharing once live on the website. Yeah, Michelle, in fact, Michelle, I was actually helping Nicola with some of your products today. So Nicola should be in touch shortly. As far as I'm aware, that they're done. So those ones should be going live shortly. So look out for an email. Mike, which demographics and geographic markets are you targeting with the Facebook ads? So at the moment, as I mentioned, we're targeting English-speaking countries or countries with a high demographic of English-speaking people to try and attract people to the website first. So people are frequent travelers, people who are English-speaking, various age groups depending on destinations. So it's more of a broad range at this moment in time to get people on the website, let people know more about it. And once we have enough data, that's when we can start honing in a little bit more in terms of specific demographics, specific age groups, targeted ads, more energetic activity ads for one age group, for example, maybe more sedate tours, etc., for maybe an older demographic. So once we get enough data, we'll be doing more of that. But certainly we're targeting at the moment English-speaking countries to come to other English-speaking countries or other non-English-speaking countries to visit them as well. We have a number of people who have tours in Africa, tours in New Zealand, tours in various Peru, for example, all these other places as well. But we're attracting people from America, we're targeting people from the UK and Europe and various other English-speaking countries to come to those destinations. So that's what we're looking at this moment in time, to drive that brand awareness. And through time, we'll have a little bit more nuance in terms of the ads that we're doing. I think that was a similar question. What are your geographical target markets? UK? No, yeah, again, like I say, very much so. Countries that are more English speaking at this moment in time. Once we start adding more in time, as one of the earlier questions says, once we get to the stage we can have multiple languages on the website, which will take a big job. Don't get me wrong, that means we would have to A lot of operators don't have multiple languages of their products. That would mean manually translating everything. It's not something I want to spend a lot of the budget on at this moment in time. And I don't think it's right to spend a lot of the money on the budget at this moment in time. Once we can prove the concept works, then maybe look at that. And once we get more revenue in, etc. But it's something we will be looking at some point. Let me just see. Michelle, again, not sure what the holdup was with my listing being one of the first to sign up. No, you were one of the first. We had a number of people who we couldn't add to the website initially. I'm trying. I think it might have been something we were waiting on, either images or something. I can't remember what it was, but there was something we didn't have right. And I know Nicola got in touch, but we're there now, and we'll be able to get you on board. And anyone who does sign up, although we look, you may have paid back in April, May, or whatever that would be, but it will go. Your subscription will always be from when we actually launch properly. So don't worry, you're not going to lose out in any of those months that have gone past. Although it's saying that it's a yearly fee, you'll get those previous months back. So don't worry about that. Question from a Facebook user has not left their name. Chris, not to be negative, Nelly, but how are the small operators going to compete now that you have opened Touriosity now to a large multi-million pound companies? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. How small operators are going to compete now that you've opened Touriosity now to large multi-million pound companies. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. If you want to comment again, be a bit more specific. No, the platform is a mixture of small companies, medium companies, some larger companies as well. The whole point of this platform is to put everyone on a level playing field. So we're never going to have things like paid listings. We're never going to have preferential treatment. It doesn't matter if you are a one-man band, a one-woman band, or you are a company with 1,000 staff. Everyone is going to be treated the same. You all pay the same amount of fee. You all get marketed the same. There is no preferential treatment. So I don't know if that's what you mean. But no, everyone is going to be marketed on the platform. Now, unlike things like TripAdvisor, etc., where if you're using Booking, you might get preferential treatment, or you can use some of their paid ads if you're using Booking. We're not going to be doing any of that ever. The whole platform is about putting everyone on a level playing field and making it fair. And that is the whole point of Touriosity, or one of the points of Touriosity. So I don't know if that's what you mean, but that's what I took from that. Let me see what else we have. I've got a number of comments here. Do you have a promo video available for Instagram? We do actually. We have it a square format. I actually need to create a story format of it, but we do have it in a square format. So what I might actually do, that's a good point. Within our support site, I may actually post up links to the videos in various formats, so operators can share. So that's something we'll add to the support website in the coming weeks. Let's see what else we've got. Hi, Chris. Is there any success stories of those who have registered last year? Again, we only went live in November. And because of COVID, we are not expecting many, if at all, bookings at this moment in time. Hopefully some inquiries, but not in terms of bookings. Though I can categorically say that for most destinations, bookings are certainly not happening because of COVID. But we are seeing an uptake in terms of inquiry-based products because people have questions. People want to know what's going to happen with their deposits if they lose them. So that's why having a COVID policy is really important. So at this moment in time, it's far too early. Until we get past this, until I can actually see a lot of bookings starting getting through and everything else, it's not really something. There's no real success story at this moment in time because the way the industry is at the moment, the way the world is at the moment, it's not allowed that to happen. Well, hopefully that will change, and we're positive that it will change, and people will start to see bookings, etc., starting to come through. But it's going to take time. Like I say, it's very much brand awareness at this moment in time, and then through time, we'll hopefully start to see a lot more bookings and things like that coming through. Let's see. Are you going to offer a separate dashboard for travel operators to log in and edit? I think we've covered that. We're not going to allow people to edit products or anything like that. So it's just not something, again, the support side of it in the back of that is just going to be a bit of a nightmare. It opens it up to attack and spamming and everything else. So it's actually just going to be easier for us to actually make changes on each listing rather than actually doing that. And unless we have Magpie doing their thing and we can actually pull in listings automatically from that, that will obviously save a bit of work and actually focus on more other things. Facebook, great job, love what you do, keep it up and let me know if I can help. Don't know your name, but thank you so much. Mike, thanks for this really useful update, thank you so much. And Anthony, glad for the clarity on the business model. I hope it never changes. Any help we get from you guys is truly appreciated. I can actually say, Anthony, for those operators who have signed up, we actually have what we call a constitution, which is quite apt at this moment in time with everything that's going on in the United States, for example. But we actually have a constitution. I can only say this as long as I am in charge of Touriosity and running things, but we will never, ever charge a commission. We will never, ever make a profit on this. No, it's always going to be a non-profit. It's always going to be commission free as long as I'm involved in this platform. And it's always going to be about driving direct bookings. We're never, ever going to go down the route of bringing in investors, bringing in shareholders, having to appease them and go down the route that the other ones have went down and maybe lost their way a little because of it. We are always going to try to be the more conscious OTA with putting you guys first. And no, I've never actually maybe made this public, but I'm happily to say it now. Though, if we can make Touriosity a success, what my actual plan is, I'll always be here to advise in Touriosity, but what my actual plan is in 2-3 years' time, 4 years' time, wherever that will be, all going well, is to pass over the reins to Touriosity to tour operators. So I would want a sort of a conglomerate of tour operators who manage the platform, make sure it keeps the values going there. No, those tour operators can be voted in and it can maybe change every time. How this all works, I don't know. It's just something that's in my head. But eventually I would love to hand this over so it's actually more tour operator owned and led as well. So it's like going to be something there that's actually going to be pushing forward for what you guys actually want and need and everything else. So that is my dream. That's what I would love to get to that stage. But I want to do all the hard work, hopefully get to the platform to a stage where it looks like it could be a success. It looks like it's actually, we've got something, and then hand over the reins. But I will always be there to advise and help out and do all the other things that we normally do marketing wise and everything else. But no, basically hopefully hand over the reins to actually be more of a operator owned platform, and that's where we'd like to get to, but we're some way off yet. Andrew from Madeira, how are you doing, Andrew? What's your thoughts on multiple language website? Does it time, resources? Yeah, really, it's just time and money. No, eventually further down the line we may have multiple languages on the website. A lot of people don't have the problem with having multiple languages on the website is not every operator has their tours in French or Portuguese or Spanish or whatever that would be. If you're going to do a multi-language website, there would be nothing worse than seeing some tours in one language and some other tours that are not in that language. If you're going to do a multiple language website, every single product, every single piece of content really needs to be in that language as well. That would be a massive undertaking. That would just take up lots of money and resources, which at the moment we don't have. Again, I want to prove this concept works, but that's not to say, excuse me, that's not to say further down the line that won't happen. But at this moment in time, it's just a little bit too much and a little bit too much for the support. We'd rather focus on writing good content in terms of to attract people to the website, focus on the SEO, focus on the ads, and make sure it actually works, and we can prove the concept in English first, and then maybe look at doing something further down the line like that. One more. Chris, great event. Worth considering a cooperative approach for the handover, as always. But Cooperative Development Scotland offers support with the transition. That's good to know. Yeah, and that's what it would be. Something like that. I want it to be more of a cooperative where everyone has a say. what happens with the platform. Everyone has a say, and again, very much operator led. I'm thinking of a virtual boardroom of 12 operators all having the say, driving it forward. Maybe that those operators, new operators, get voted in, other ones leave. These different things. How that works, I don't know. That's sort of a little bit beyond my knowledge base at this moment in time. But eventually, that's where something like that I would like to get to. But again, let's prove the concept work before we even get to that stage. And somebody's just wrote there, they've missed this workshop. Will they get to see this online? Pretty much as soon as I stop this recording or stop this broadcast, it will be on the Travel Massive website. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Facebook immediately, so you can go back and watch again. So don't worry if you've missed out. You can actually go back, watch it pretty much immediately, and watch again. But guys, I can't thank you all enough. Again, I just wanted to give you that little update on what's going on. We're heading towards the hour mark. And yeah, I just want to give you an update, what we're looking at, what we're trying to plan, what we're trying to do going forward. And yeah, just give I've always, like I say, I've always been very honest with everyone to see what we're trying to do. We know we're not going to get everything right. We know we've got an uphill battle against the big guns. I've never run an OTA before, so this is all new as well. So we're learning this as we go. The marketing side, we've obviously got a lot of knowledge on, so that's what we're using, that knowledge to try and push it forward. But we'll give it everything we can. Thanks again to Nicola, who helps me out. Thanks again to my own team at TMA, who's been helping me out with all this as well. They've put in a lot of hours and time that they're not getting paid for in terms of helping me put this together. So again, once I get something in my mind, I want to try to make sure to see if it works. I tend to just go off and do it. So, which is usually something my team hate, and it's usually something my wife hates as well. But I like to prove people wrong in a way, and I might be proved wrong. This might not work, but I'd always say is if you don't try something, you'll never know. So let's just try it. Let's see if it works, and then go from there. So thanks again, everyone. I hope that gives you a little bit of an update on what we're doing. Please do remember this Sunday, if you do want to register to be on it for this quarter, you have to register before Sunday, midnight GMT, and then we'll go through the whole process of onboarding, getting the details of what we need from you. And just to give you an update, actually, in terms of, or an idea of what we need, we'll need links to the tour pages that you want us to use. We'll give you a folder to upload high quality images to, any review systems that we have, so we can embed reviews into the widget that we use. So you'll be getting all that as well, and that's the sort of information that we need to allow you to get on there as well. So thanks again, everyone. Hope that was informative. And in fact, I've got one thing last to say is next Tuesday, a week today, I actually have another webinar that I'm doing. Let me just show that on the screen. It's marketing your tour business in 2021. So this is basically me offering lots of advice and some guidance on where I see wins in terms of marketing going forward for 2020, even though we've got COVID, even though we've got all these different things going forward. This is going to be the next webinar. It's going to cover lots of different things, trends, things you can do on Facebook, ideas that I have going forward in terms of how to market your business. It's going to cover a few different topics. So if you're wanting to know more about that, then please do just sign up for that on Travel Massive. I think we've got close to about 130 already signed up, which is great. So if you want to sign up for that, know more about marketing in 2021, see some of the trends I see going forward, then please do sign up for that. I think you'll find it quite informative. So thanks again, everyone. I'll let you know when we do the next Touriosity update. And yeah, hopefully we can make this work for you guys. So until the next time, I'll hopefully speak to you all soon. Hope you can all meet up soon. That's what I just want to meet people in person and shake their hand and give them a hug and have a beer and do all the things we used to do. Hopefully we'll get there soon. But no, thanks again, guys. And I'll speak to you all soon.